Earth was alive with noise when the sky went dark. People were working, traveling, talking, dreaming. No alarms rang. No warning came. Then the stars disappeared. Thousands of massive shapes blocked the sunlight, hanging silently above the planet. 3 seconds, the world watched in confusion. Then the fire began. Bright beams struck the surface. Cities vanished in white light. Towers fell like sand. Oceans boiled near the coasts as energy weapons cut through the air. Satellites exploded in orbit, turning into burning metal rain. Earth's defenses reacted too late. Human fighters rose into the sky, brave but outdated. Missiles launched, shields formed, but they failed against alien technology. Human ships were torn apart in seconds. Communication lines broke. Nations lost contact with each other. Panic spread across the planet. In space, the alien fleet moved. With cold control. Their ships were clean and perfect, without fear or hurry. To them, this was not war. It was a simple operation. Planet resistance, weak, an alien commander reported. Civilian loss, acceptable, another replied. They did not see cities. They saw numbers. On the ground, humans ran, hid, and helped each other. Doctors stayed. In burning hospitals, soldiers fought without hope. Parents shielded children with their own bodies. Earth paid the price of being unprepared. Within hours, billions were dead, but humanity did not end. Deep beneath the planet's surface, far below, the ruined cities, ancient bunkers sealed themselves. These were not public shelters. They were built in secret long ago, when humans still feared themselves more than any alien. Inside the bunkers, lights turned on. Old systems awakened. Screens glowed with forgotten symbols. Human leaders, generals, and scientists gathered in. Silence, listening to reports that grew worse every second. The planet was burning. A young officer whispered, "We can't win." No one argued. An old commander stood slowly. His voice was calm but heavy. There is one option left. Everyone in the room understood what he meant. Some looked away. Others closed their eyes. For centuries, humans had hidden their darkest creations. Weapons designed during humanity's most violent age. Machines built not to defend, but to end wars by force. They were never meant to be used. The files were sealed under one name, last option. The bunker shook as another city above them died. The commander placed his hand on the control panel. "The vault," he said. The system paused, as if thinking. Then it obeyed. Across the solar system, forgotten stations powered up. Factories buried inside asteroids began to move. Old AI minds, silent for hundreds of years, came online and asked one question: confirm threat level. The answer was simple: total. In orbit, the alien fleet continued its attack, unaware of what they had awakened. They believed Earth was already defeated. They prepared to strip the planet of resources and move on. They were wrong. Deep in space, something ancient and human began to rise. Ships without names. Weapons without mercy. Not driven by anger, but by memory. Earth had fallen, but humanity was about to stand up. And the galaxy would soon learn what that meant. The alien fleet believed the war was already over. From orbit, Earth looked broken. Fires covered continents. Smoke wrapped the planet like a wound. The aliens marked Earth as neutralized and slowed their attack. To them, humans were finished. They were wrong. Deep beneath the surface, inside the sealed bunkers, humanity was changing. The vault doors fully opened. Inside were machines that no history book mentioned. Long halls filled with dark metal frames. Ships without windows. Weapons without names. These were not built for pride or display. They were built during humanity's darkest time when humans almost destroyed themselves. That was why they were hidden. Old human records played on the screens. Images of past wars. Cities destroyed by humans, not aliens. Leaders speaking with regret. Scientists warning about power without control. One message repeated again and again: never use this unless Earth faces extinction. The commanders watched in silence. Earth was facing extinction now. Ancient artificial minds woke up across hidden bases. These Ayas were different from modern ones. They were not friendly. They were not creative. They were focused, cold, and exact. Their first question echoed through every bunker. Who is the enemy? The answer came without emotion. An alien force that destroyed Earth. The Ayas processed this in less than a second. Response level? The old commander hesitated. Then he spoke. Maximum. Factories hidden inside the moon powered on. Asteroids moved from their silent paths and opened like shells, revealing shipyards inside. Human technology, far beyond what the galaxy had seen, began to assemble itself. No celebration. No speeches, only work. Human survivors watched screens, showing Earth's surface burning, families lost, cities erased, oceans poisoned. Every image added weight to their silence. This was not rage, it was resolve. Meanwhile, the aliens began to notice strange signals. Energy spikes in places they believed were empty. Old objects in the solar system moving in impossible ways. An alien officer frowned. "These signatures are not human," he said. Another replied, "Humans cannot build this." They increased scans. They were too late. The first human warship left its hidden dock without sound or light. It did not announce itself. It did not test weapons. It simply moved, bending space slightly as it passed. More followed, dozens, then hundreds. These ships were not designed to fight fair. They carried weapons that shut down enemy systems before shields could react. They did not need speed. They did not need numbers. They needed permission. Back in the bunker, a final system waited for human confirmation. A red symbol pulsed slowly. Global Response Authorization. This command had never been activated in human history. The commander looked around the room. No one spoke. No one argued. Every face showed the same truth. Earth had already paid the cost. He pressed the control. The symbol turned green. Across the solar system, human fleets received the signal. Weapons charged quietly. Target lists formed, not against planets, but against fleets, command centers, and war systems. The Ayas sent one final message to their creators. Objective confirmed. Enemy survival not required. The humans did not reply. Above Earth, the alien fleet prepared to leave orbit, satisfied with their work. They never noticed the shadows forming behind them. Humanity had finished hiding from itself. And now it was ready to be seen. The alien fleet was preparing to leave Earth's orbit. From their view, the mission was complete. The planet was broken. Human resistance was gone. Their ships slowly turned away from Earth, ready to move to the next target. That was when space changed. Behind the alien fleet, darkness folded in on itself. Not an explosion. Not a jump gate. Space simply opened like a wound. Human warships emerged. They were huge, silent, black as deep space. Their surfaces showed marks of age, not damage. These ships were older than most alien civilizations. Alien sensors screamed warnings. Unknown vessels detected. Energy levels rising. Target lock failing. The alien commanders shouted orders. Weapons turned. Shields rose. Nothing worked. Human ships did not fire immediately. They moved into position with perfect control, surrounding the alien fleet in a wide circle. There was no rush, no fear. Then a message was sent. It was short, clear, cold. You destroyed our world. This response is final. The aliens tried to speak, to explain, to negotiate. The humans did not listen. The first human weapon fired without sound. An alien command ship vanished. Not exploded, erased. One moment it existed. The next, it did not. Space closed where it had been, as if it was never there. Panic exploded across the alien fleet. Weapons fired wildly. Beams crossed space. Missiles launched in all directions. None reached their targets. Human ships were already gone, reappearing behind alien lines inside formations. Everywhere at once. Alien shields failed in seconds. Human weapons were precise. They struck engines, power cores, and control centers. Ships went dark, drifting helplessly. Others were cut clean in half. This was not a battle. It was an execution. Human fleets moved deeper into the alien formation. No mercy was given. No escape allowed. Every ship that had attacked Earth was marked and destroyed. Across the galaxy, other alien empires watched in horror. They saw what humans truly were. Not loud. Not cruel. But unstoppable when pushed too far. The human fleet did not stop at Earth's attackers. Using data pulled from destroyed ships, they traced supply lines, weapon factories, command worlds, military stations hidden far from Earth. The response spread like a shadow. Alien military worlds went dark overnight. Defense grids failed before alarms could sound. Leaders disappeared from secure bunkers without warning. Human messages followed every strike. Target destroyed. Cause Earth. There were no threats, no speeches, only results. Some alien leaders begged for peace. They offered resources, technology. Humans ignored them all. Peace had been an option before Earth burned. By the time the main alien fleet was gone, space around Earth was silent. Wreckage drifted slowly. The stars were visible again. From the surface of Earth, survivors looked up and saw the sky clear for the first time since the attack. They did not cheer. They mourned. Human ships remained in orbit, standing guard. They did not land. They did not celebrate victory. They had work to finish. Deep inside one command ship, an old human AI spoke. Primary objective complete. Enemy forces eliminated. A human commander replied quietly, "Begin Phase 2. Somewhere far away, the galaxy realized the truth too late. Earth was not weak. Humanity was not kind by default. They were patient, and that patience had ended. After the first wave of destruction, the humans did not stop. The alien fleets that had attacked Earth were gone, yes, but their leaders, weapons, factories, and supply networks remained. Humans had no interest in civilians or colonies that were uninvolved. They targeted only the systems that had built, supported, or commanded the destruction of their home. From orbit, Earth's surviving commanders watched every strike. They did not celebrate. Every attack was precise. Every weapon calculated. No ship fired twice in the same place. Every system that supported the alien aggression was destroyed quietly, completely, efficiently. The galaxy began to notice. Messages reached alien governments from every corner. Planets begged for peace. "We are innocent," leaders cried. "We did not attack Earth." Humans did not answer. The survivors on Earth knew the truth. Power and complicity in the galaxy always came in layers. Even those who thought themselves safe were connected to the attackers. No one would escape responsibility. Ships moved faster than alien defenses could track. Entire fleets disappeared before alien leaders could comprehend the threat. Weapon factories were dismantled in hours. Trade networks that had fed the war. Effort collapsed. Worlds once thought untouchable were now powerless. Every strike was cold, calculated, without hatred, but with perfect consequences. Mercy is a privilege, said a human commander quietly to an aide. When the enemy leaves none for you, mercy becomes irrelevant. The alien council tried to negotiate. They offered ships, colonies, knowledge, anything they could give to save themselves. Humans ignored the offers. The lesson was already being taught. In hidden corners of the galaxy, other civilizations whispered. They had always seen humans as young, weak, and predictable. Now they understood that humanity was not bound by fear, pride, or tradition. Humans had patience, but when the line was crossed, patience ended. On Earth, the surviving leaders prepared for the next steps. There would be no rebuilding first, no celebrations. The galaxy must understand completely that any attack on Earth or its people would be met with consequences, not anger, not revenge. Consequences. Across space, the message spread silently, but clearly. Humans were no longer just another young species. They were a force of judgment. Every empire, fleet, and leader now had to reconsider the cost of attacking the small blue planet, and for the first time, the galaxy realized Earth would not forgive. Earth would not forget. The war was over in weeks, but the lesson would last. For centuries, humans had shown restraint before, but that restraint had ended. The galaxy learned a terrifying truth. When humans are pushed to the edge, they respond with precision, patience, and no mercy. And the memory of that day would echo through every star system that had ever thought to challenge Earth. When the destruction ended, the galaxy was quiet. The alien fleets that had attacked Earth no longer existed. Their warships drifted in space like empty shells. Their command centers and weapon factories were gone. Worlds that had supported the invasion were powerless, their leaders gone or hiding. Earth survived. Scarred, battered, and mourning, but alive. The planet was quiet, but its people were stronger, wiser, and colder. They did not celebrate. They did not gloat. Survival had tempered them. The lessons of loss ran deep in every human heart. Across the galaxy, news traveled faster than light. Other civilizations began to understand something they had underestimated. For centuries, humans were not weak. Humans were not naive. Humans were patient, and when pushed to the edge, their patience ended in devastating precision. Galactic leaders whispered in fear and respect. They changed the way they governed, the way they built fleets, and the way they treated Earth. Treat humans lightly, and you risk nothing. Threaten humans, and you face annihilation. Humanity did not become rulers of the galaxy. They returned home quietly. Their fleets went back to secret stations, their war machines silent once more. Humans rebuilt their planet slowly, carefully. Every repair, every structure, every system carried the memory of the attack and the knowledge that mercy would not always exist. In space, one final human message was sent to the surviving alien civilizations. Never threaten Earth. Never. Harm humanity. Remember this day. Because when humans lose everything, they stop holding back. The galaxy remembered. And that memory would last forever. From that day onward, Earth was no longer just a planet. It was a warning. A lesson. A force that could not be ignored. And humanity watched, waited, and remembered too, because the stars were full of those who might forget, and they would not be forgiven twice. The galaxy had learned a harsh truth. Do not make humans pay for your mistakes. Do not test their patience. Because when Earth responds, there is no mercy.